The newest two-hander episode of Emmerdale is on its way, and it promises to be a real shock. Cain Dingle's cancer diagnosis might justify a lot of his actions, stealing cars, hitting Joe Tate, and even ruining Moira's cherished farm. However, there's one clear line it doesn't excuse, and Cain ends up crossing it. As if everything falling apart in his life wasn't already overwhelming, he now slips into a phase of self-destruction and pity. Jeff Hordley told Metro, "He's on edge at the moment. He's starting to do things he knows he shouldn't." Yes, betraying Moira, the love of his life, is definitely one of those things he should never do. He's been completely shaken by Moira being jailed for a crime she didn't commit, while also facing his own possible death without her guidance. Jeff explains that Cain is missing his wingwoman, meaning he feels lost and is searching for someone else to support and steady him. He adds that this situation will seriously test their relationship, and Cain seems likely to fail, as he looks for comfort in the wrong place. When Cain returns from his pre-operation appointment, he keeps his emotions hidden, giving nothing away about how it went. He even hides a leaflet before anyone notices, but Sarah Sugden senses something is wrong and encourages him to attend surgery school for Moira's sake. Sarah is the only person Cain listens to, so he follows her advice and joins the session. However, he soon regrets it when another patient talks about how their diagnosis has affected their relationship. This becomes a trigger for Cain, as he can't imagine life without Moira and fears his illness could destroy their bond. Already emotional, he then hears that Sam has ruined a potential opportunity for the new Dingle farm, causing him to lose control. Charity Dingle witnesses his outburst and suspects there's something deeper going on. She follows him home and questions his behavior, but Cain reacts by drinking heavily. Charity tries to comfort him in her usual clumsy way, which only makes things worse. He throws a bottle against the wall and later smashes Zach's tankard in anger. Despite this, Charity doesn't give up, and Cain finally admits he feels like a failure. He's unable to preserve Moira's old life, and just wants to escape everything happening around him. As they start reminiscing about the past, the chance for another mistake arises, and Cain leans in to kiss Charity. Before jumping to conclusions, Jeff reassures fans that Charity might actually make a sensible decision this time. He says, "There are plenty of twists in the episode, but in the end, Charity is there for Cain and he supports her too." Relieved. He also hints, "There's more ahead, though I don't know all the details. What I do know is that we'll be exploring the challenges faced by people dealing with such a terrible illness." Emmerdale has revealed a first look at Joe Tate, keeping a new secret hidden. "There's definitely something strange about how you've been acting lately." The show hints at another mysterious plan involving Joe this week, as Kim starts questioning his unusual actions. When he unexpectedly shows kindness to Lydia Dingle, people begin to doubt his real intentions. Joe has built a reputation as a ruthless man who will go to any lengths to achieve his goals. Whether it's stealing a kidney or blackmailing enemies, he's far from a friendly neighbor. In the upcoming episode, though, Joe shocks everyone by trying to make peace with the Dingles after recent conflict. He apologizes to Lydia and even offers her a raise, leaving others puzzled by the sudden change. The following day, Kim is met with hostility from Cain Dingle when she expresses concern about Paddy Dingle and Dylan Penders being arrested. Chas, still angry about the Tates taking over Butler's farm, makes a sharp comment before walking away. In a new spoiler clip, Joe tells Kim, "Honestly, I don't know why you even try." Kim responds that she cares because Paddy has been her vet for years, and she respects him as a good person. She adds that she's trying to mend relationships, especially for Lydia's sake. Joe questions why Lydia matters so much and criticizes her work, calling her a poor cleaner. Kim quickly points out his contradiction, asking why he gave Lydia a raise if he thinks so little of her. She then presses him, asking what's really going on, and pointing out that his behavior feels suspicious. She insists she can sense that something isn't right. Although Kim realizes Joe is hiding something, she has no idea about the major discovery he's made, which will be revealed in tonight's episode. Graham Foster presents Jo with a copy of Kim's will, showing that her wealth will go to her grandchildren, while Lydia is set to inherit her mansion. With this new knowledge, Jo seems to be plotting yet another scheme. But what exactly is he planning in the end? Emmerdale actor Jeff Hordley has revealed that Cain Dingle is becoming a man on the edge as fears grow over his possible exit and marriage troubles. Jeff explained that Cain's world is falling apart on the ITV soap, with Moira in prison and his own health problems making everything worse. The star repeated that Cain is now extremely unstable, with speculation rising about whether the longtime character could leave, especially after his prostate cancer diagnosis and his marriage hitting a rough patch. In next week's episodes, Cain's struggles become more obvious. As he gets ready for a pre-operation appointment, he is unable to cope when someone talks about how their illness damaged their relationship, and he walks away. Charity attempts to persuade him to stop drinking and take care of himself, but Cain reacts angrily by throwing a whiskey bottle and breaking Zach's tankard. When he finally opens up, he admits he fears losing his relationship, though things take a turn when they start reminiscing about their past together. Speaking to the Mirror and other media, Jeff said Cain is acting out of desperation. He questioned why Cain would involve his granddaughter in stealing cars, especially knowing the risks she faces, adding that it shows how far Cain is willing to go to get money and protect the farm. He continued by saying the illness has pushed Cain to his limits, as he is trying to fix the farm situation, get Moira released from prison, reunite his family, and deal with cancer all at once. Because of this pressure, Cain is making choices he normally wouldn't. With Moira still behind bars and Cain unable to cope, there are growing concerns that their relationship could end badly, despite being a fan-favourite couple. Many viewers fear a possible breakup is on the horizon. Jeff also stressed that the prostate cancer storyline is important to tell, but at its core, the story remains about Cain and Moira's love, which is now being seriously tested by both her imprisonment and his illness. He hinted that viewers will have to wait and see what happens next. When asked if Cain misses Moira, Jeff confirmed that he does deeply, describing her as his main support system. He explained that Cain usually turns to her above anyone else, although he can also confide in a small circle including Sarah, Charity, Chas, and Liam. Without her, he feels lost. Elsewhere, Cain is determined to make the farm work, but faces setbacks when Mac points out they can't afford a full herd of cattle. Things get even worse when Sam forgets an important meeting, leading Cain to explode and declare that his dream for the farm is finished. At the same time, a mysterious hooded person is seen breaking into Emmerdale Farm late at night, raising new questions about what's to come. Emmerdale airs on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available for streaming on ITVX.